the fabulous session of biology. And good evening. How's it going? How's your school day? How was your day at your school today? How was your day at school today? Okay, how is sponsor? I'm perfectly okay now. I was under medications for the past 1 week ago. That's why I couldn't be able to take the classes for you, my dear. So sorry for the inconvenience caused from my side. Okay, good evening, sir. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm on the moon actually because, yeah, how are you, sir? I'm also doing great, Aisha. Okay, Adi, good evening. Okay, we missed our class, Evelyn. Thank you. Energy, yes, energy is back, Hanny. What is region? Yes, how are you feeling, Sir Abdul? I'm doing okay. I'm great. You're back to normal. Yes, Neeraj, okay? And thank you so much for your queries, or thank you so much for get backing me. And I know so many of the peoples were asked about my health to your favorite students, and I got the information from our students. Sorry, I got the information from our teachers as well. And thank you so much for get backing me. Okay, so that's why 2 consecutive bio classes. Yes, Khadija, I deliberately just put 2 consecutive bio classes because we need to complete our chapter named Heredity. That is chapter number 8. So before, sir, okay, ma'am, I didn't get the comment that just below first. Yes, sir was sick. Now I'm sick. Okay, what happened to you, Fiza? I have high fever and severe throat pain. Okay, so I was affected with severe or acute gastroenteritis. So do you know what do you mean by the gastroenteritis? Do you know what do you mean by the gastroenteritis? Sir, are you okay now? Yes, Isabel, I'm okay. Food poisoning, yes. Yes, Rihan, yes. Food poisoning. Yes, sorry, saying that some scientific word or some scientific nomenclature to represent the common name that is food poisoning, right? Okay, too much HCl, yes, yes, that is blotting in my stomach or intestine region. I got blotting, I got gas issues, and I got diarrhea as well, continuous diarrhea. No, I will not use that term again. Okay. Okay. So shall I start our session? We just completed 2 sessions regarding our heredity. Today is very important session for us. Today we are going to unlock the mysteries of our heredity. Basically, the things came involves wholesale. Okay. Yes, Linda. Ma'am, would you mind if closing the door?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So today we have appendix. No, honey. So I missed you too. And yeah, today we have a special concept, and I will tell you the concepts is monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross. Don't be confused about the technical term which I'm going to say. And today we will start our mathematical problem. Who is the supporting tutor? I will tell you. So don't write anything. I will show you 4 to 6 number of animation today itself. Just concentrate on the animations which I'm going to present today. And if you're facing any difficulties during your during the explanation from your poll, sir, just note down in your notebook. And don't comment in the comment section or classroom session. That will also create an hindrance. It will create some hindrance for you. So just if you're facing any of the queries, if you're facing any of the difficulties, if you're facing any concept-wise queries during the description of this class, don't worry, just note down the points in your notebook and you can ask me at the end of that session. Or at the end of that specific animation. I was having severe pharyngitis, okay, cold and pharyngitis still is there, okay, Neeraj? Hope you will get soon. Okay, I have exam tomorrow and the hard part is that word problems. Okay. So today we just completed our basics regarding heredity, and we already discussed about what do you mean by homozygous condition, what do you mean by heterozygous condition. We just introduced the term genes, and the alternative terms which is used to represent the genes is called Yes, Linda, that is perfect. In between the session, I will ask you the questions as well. In between the session, in between the explanation part, I will ask you the questions as well. It is very mandatory to write if I'm telling to write something, you should write all the things. Okay, so fabulous. Welcome to our new session of biology. Today we are going for the 3rd classes of this heredity. Today we have 2 amazing faculties with us. The one is from from the biology department. She's somewhat like an old manga pickle, and she's always want to fight with me, and she's one of the terrifying lady from the biology department. Do you have any guess regarding the person from the biology department who is available here? It's not DNA. Okay, Alka ma'am, no. Alka ma'am is so
I
simple.
think I'm not sitting there to support them.
Yeah, you already were there. Unit of inheritance or not Alka ma'am. Alka ma'am is very poor girl. Okay, Priya ma'am, no. It's a terrifying lady. She always want to fight with me. She's always creating some of the problems. But we are just nice colleagues. Not Christina ma'am, not Shweta ma'am.
Yeah,
Shweta
I
ma'am is
think-
from physics department and Christina ma'am is from chemistry department. We are from biology department. Don't you know that?
I think they don't know about me because I'm not sitting there to support them.
Okay, then you can say some hi or something like that.
Yeah, guys, hi, hello, how are you?
That's enough. Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me. I forgot her name. That's a nice way to respond to a question. Okay. Yes, she is Fauzia, ma'am. Do you remember that, ma'am? She is Fauzia, ma'am. And from the technical department, one technical king is there. That's not Kiran sir. That's not our Vimal sir. Instead, we have another person available. And the name of that person is, he is one of the person who creates marvelous or fantastic animation from the animation department. And his name is, it's not Vimal sir, it's not Kiran sir. I only know Kiran sir and Vimal sir. Sir, what coconut are you speaking? Okay. Okay, no. His name is tell me. Yeah, his name is Vishak sir. So Vishak sir, just say hi to our buds.
Hi.
Just say hi loudly.
Hi, hello guys.
Hello guys. Okay, okay. Sir, hi. Sir, hi. Hi ma'am. Okay. Unsung hero. So today we have another specialty because now we are in the YouTube live. For the first time, our biology session is going to happen in the YouTube. Yeah, we are in the YouTube. Now we are in the YouTube. So now today's session, yeah, hey YouTube, okay. So today we are going for the YouTube live for this particular class. We are famous now, Mugdha. Yes, we are famous. We are becoming famous today. Hello, right? Okay. So yeah, now let's come to the part of explanation. Welcome to your cucumber class. So nourish me with some cucumber as well because I love cucumber, I love butterfruit, I love avocados. Butterfruit is avocado actually. So yeah, who is this? Today I will say some story. Who is the ghost behind the camera? I didn't get it, honey. Yes sir, yeah, okay. So today we are going to discuss about the priest, and his name is Gerhard Johann Mental. So he was a priest. Okay sir, what is the importance or what are the objectives of this Gerhard Johann Mental or this priest while we studying about the heredity or the genetic concepts? He was a priest actually, and this person is not to be the father of genetics or father of classical genetics. And the one thing about this craziest person is that he was doing so much of experiment or so many of experiment regarding the pea plant. I will tell you the story. Okay, so he was a priest and he was doing he was performing the holy masses or some church activities over there, and in between the leisure time, he was like, okay, he was cultivating so many garden pea plants in his garden. And he was nourishing every day. He was nourishing that garden pea plant every day, morning, evening, and afternoon as well. And when he was cultivating this garden pea plant, and the scientific name of or the binomial nomenclature of this garden pea plant is that Pisum sativum. Yes, Indian, that is right. Pisum sativum. Don't worry, I will give you the slides and I will give you the name of all the things as well. Okay, I will give you the spelling, don't worry. Just you can understand it as that Pisum sativum or garden pea plant. And he was noticed that there were so many garden pea plants over there in that garden, and most of the garden pea plants showed tallness feature. Okay, so most of the garden pea plants showed tallness features about the character height, and only limited number of garden pea plants were of dwarf or short in nature. And he was very curious. He was like, what is the difference between this tallness and dwarfness? So many number of garden pea plants were of tallness feature. Instead, only limited number of garden pea plants were of the dwarfness feature or shortness in nature. And he was stuck into that question. What is the reason behind the large population of the tall garden pea plant, and what was the reason behind the least number of dwarfness feature of this garden pea plant? And he done a curious experiment. And experiment was, he just collected some of the tall garden pea plant. At the same time, the dwarf or short pea plant, and he just cross-fertilized. He just self-fertilized this garden pea plant, and he got striking result. Ma'am, where is Vishak sir? Okay, so he got striking result. Story time with Paul sir. Yes, Mugdha, yes. Story time with Paul sir. Yeah. You just very careful about the story, because the story is very important part. Some of the peoples are yawning over there. Who is that? Ma'am, on the middle chat box, the second row, the first one. The middle chat box, the second row, first one. Just above that. Yeah. Who is that? Middle chat box. That chat box, second row, first one. Yes, that one. Musa is a storyboard.
No, sir.
No, sir. Then why were you yawning? I already seen that. No, sir. I was not yawning. I was exhausted. That's why. Okay. So I will tell you, and you can write this point now. The father of genetics, Graham Johann Mendel, who is known to be the father of genetics, he just proposed so many laws of inheritance or principles of inheritance, and he just combined the biology with some mathematical concepts as well. Just write all this points. Father of genetics is Graham Johann Mendel, and you can write the time period of this Graham Johann Mendel as well. Yes, sir. I just called you. Okay. Just write all the things. No. Yeah. Just write all the points. Just write the point. Father of genetics is not to be the Graham Johann Mendel, and his period was 1822 to 1884. Okay. So now it's time to see our story part. Yes, sir. Just play that animation. Now we are continuing with our story. Yes, first one. Okay, sir, you can play. Yeah. So, yes, just stop it. Okay. Now I'll begin with that story again. So, from that garden, he took one tall garden pea plant. At the same time, he just took one short garden pea plant or dwarf pea plant, and categorized them as one of them as male, at the same time another one as female. and this tall pea plant and short pea plant, now he just mentioned it as parents, and he just cross fertilized this tall pea plant with this short pea plant, and he got striking result. He got so many result actually, and he got so much. He just continued the experiment generation after generation, and from this experiment we just derived some of the ratios. It's not number actually. Some of the ratios of the offsprings or the filial generation which he got or received. And after the cross fertilization of this tall garden pea plant with that of the short garden pea plant, he got a striking result. And I will tell you the striking result. Before that striking result, he was expecting some of the progenies as tall and some of the progenies as short. But the result was so awesome or so amazing. He just confused about the result. Do you want to see that result? Which received to our Gruher Johann Mendel? Yes, please, sir. Okay. Yes, sir, you can play that animation. The striking result is here because the progenies which were produced by combining this parent generation were full of tall. That means out of the so many of the experiment, they just formulated the ratio. Now we can say that ratio in number. That means after the cross pollination of the tall pea plant with that of the short pea plant, just wait. Okay. After the cross pollination of the tall pea plant with the short pea plant, he got four tall pea plant. He got 4 tall pea plant in the F1 generation. F1 generation means first progeny generation or filial generation. And he was like, that means one of the parental character were completely absent in this progeny generation. Tell me the parent character which were absent in the F1 generation. Tell me that. Yes, that is right. Dwarfness or shortness. Yes, dwarfism. Yes. And he was like, what is the reason behind this? And he was stuck in that experiment. He just continued this experiment again and again, and he got the same result in the F1 generation. All garden pea plants were of tall. None of the garden pea plants were of short in nature in the F1 generation after the cross fertilization with the tall and short pea plant. Rihan is like, sir, I don't need story, I'm yawning. Sir, I don't need story. Rihan, why are you yawning during this class? It's okay. Okay, so, and he was curious. He was again curious. He didn't quit actually. If I was there, or you were there at the stage of the Gruher Johann method, we wouldn't have get any courage to do such kind of experiment. But he was so curious about this experiment, he just continued the experiment again and again. And yes, maybe you would have. Yes, Neeraj, maybe I would have. Yes, maybe I would have. Okay, with newer generation, he didn't quit, and he just continued the experiment generation after generation. Now, do you know the thing after this F1 generation which our Gruher Johann Mendel done? Yes, now our Priya ma'am is with us. She is saying hi. Okay, so Vishak sir, just move away. Okay, self-pollination. Now he just be careful about the experiment. Now he just took the 2 pea plants. the one of the two P plants from out of that four from this F1 generation as another parent generation, and he just self-fertilized those two pea plants from the F1 generation, and the result was striking. After producing the F2 generation, or in the F2 generation, after combining the two tall plants from the F1 generation, in the F2 generation he got three garden pea plants as tall and one pea plant as short. That means the one of the trait which were absent during the first experiment, now it has expressed in the F2 generation. Now you can see tallness and shortness. That means from the first parent generation, one of the traits which were missed in the F1 generation, that was dwarf or shortness feature, now that has expressed in the F2 generation. This is how some of the peoples get the characters from the grandparents. This is how some of the features or some of the heritable features some of the people may get from their grandparents after the generation after generation. This is how genetics works. This is how genetics work. That means after two generation, or in the second generation, one of the parental trait which were absent in the F1 generation now has expressed. Now the one is short and three ones are tall in nature, and he was like, he just continued this experiment again for long time. He got the same result, three ones as tall and one plant as short. What is the reason behind this? What is the reason behind this? Sir, we don't know anything about the reason. Then why are you asking about the reason, sir? If you need, we will give you some cucumber. Don't ask such kind of question to us, sir. Grand pig plant, honey. Okay, even more shocking. Yes, some traits are inherited but not expressed. Yes, I asked the reason already. Okay, Maria. Okay, law of dominance, phenotypic ratio. Why didn't the pair two short plants together? Here you go with the cucumber. So we are giving some cucumber. You can go with the cucumber. Okay, so I will explain. Now we successfully completed the monohybrid cross. Now we successfully completed the monohybrid cross. Yeah, now we successfully completed the monohybrid cross. And now we are going for the crucial part of the things. We need to find out the genotypic ratio and phenotypic ratio of this F1 generation, F2 generation as well. For find outing all the genotypic ratio in the F1 generation, F2 generation, or even the case of parallel generation, how will we do? We need to find out the genotypic ratio. We need to find out the genotype of the organism from the parent generation to this F2 generation. How can we find out that? How can we find out that? How can we find out that? Yes, I already told you. Yes, sir, you can discontinue that animation. Yeah, just discontinue that animation. The animation is over. Okay, so I already told you one thing. Yeah, I will explain 1 minute. Okay. So we need to discuss about the genetic constitution or genotype and phenotype of all the organism. We know the phenotype actually. Tallness or dwarfness is the phenotypes. Okay, we need to discuss about the genotype using simples. I already told you. There are heterozygous alleles as well as homozygous alleles. Okay, so heterozygous alleles and homozygous alleles. Don't mention it as alleles, just just heterozygous or homozygous. Okay, so heterozygous condition. And here the character is, in the case of garden pea plant, here the character is, now we are going to deal with the character. Now we are going to applying our mathematics into these biological problems. Tell me the character over here. Yes, height is the character. Height is a character. And tell me the trait. And tell me the trait for this height. Tell me the trait for this height. You can write. You can write at the time. Yes, you can write. Yes. Trait, tall and short. That is right. Perfect answer, my dears. Tall and short. Okay. So, yeah, now we are going to discuss about the heterozygous condition as well as the homozygous condition. So, homozygous condition, there will be capital T, or small t, small t. This is the homozygous condition. If the alleles of a same gene of the same pair, which is called homozygous condition, and the small t represent short pea plant or dwarf pea plant. But for tallness, there are two kinds of genotypes. Tell me the two kinds of genotypes which leads to the production of tallness feature. Yes, capital T and capital T small t. If the alleles of the same gene pairs are of different, which is called heterozygous. Okay, so for tallness, there are two types of genotype. Capital T and capital T small t. And capital T is of homozygous condition. Write down the point in your notebook. And capital T small t is of heterozygous condition. Write down this point. First, we need to understand. We know for the short plant or short feature to express, both alleles must be recessive in condition, or the both alleles must be in small t or small t in condition. Then only the shortness feature or dwarfness feature will be expressed. But for the tallness feature, we need to discuss about the two types of genotype, that is capital T as well as capital T small t. And 1 minute. I hope you write down all the things. Write down all the things. If you write down all the things, please give me thumbs up. Please give me thumbs up if you have finished your writings. Okay. Everyone is serious, right? Yeah. Okay. So, what's happening over there, sir? What to do? Yeah.
Okay.
So, we need to discuss about capital T and capital T small t. That means in the first generation, you lose weight. Yes, Roshni, I was in diet for the past 2.5 weeks, and I successfully say that I'm so proudly saying that I just lost my 11 kilogram within 12.5 months. 11 kilogram. I was around 78 kilogram. Now I just reduced my 78 kilogram into just 67 or 66 kilogram. That is the power of biology. Because I just applied some of the biological principles in my diet, and that worked actually. How tall are you, sir? I think 169 centimeter. Help me, sir. You are lighter than me. Okay, I will help you. I will give you my secret. Advantages of being a biology student, I will tell you, because I'm also a biology tutor, and I just introduced some of the biology principle in my diet, and I lost my 11 kilograms within 2.5 months.
Sir, So many of that comment that in between Christina ma'am class in chemistry class, Christina ma'am told that you drink sanitizer
No, no,
because
no, no.
you like alcohol that much.
I think
Yeah.
she likes alcohol.
Yeah, obviously.
She likes alcohol. Don't say this to your Christina ma'am. I think she might be interested in alcohol. Okay, okay. So, yeah, we just introduced the parents in the before the first generation. We just took parent generation, right? One plant as female parent, and next plant as male parent, right? So, yeah, yeah, we need to discuss about that. Before that, I will tell you, if you are representing, yes, the dominant trait. So, for calculating our genotypic ratio, for calculating our genotypes or mathematical calculation, we need to use some symbols. For representing the dominant trait, we should use uppercase letter. Uppercase letter. Okay. For representing the recessive trait, we need to use the lowercase letter. The lowercase letter of the same uppercase letter. I will tell you here the tallness. Tallness is the dominant trait. Tallness, you should write this point. Tallness is a dominant trait. So just take the first letter of this tallness, that is T. So for representing the dominant trait, we should use the uppercase letter of this first letter of tallness, that is capital T. And shortness, it is a recessive trait. It is a recessive trait. For representing the recessive trait, we need to take the lowercase letter of this dominant trait, that is small t. Don't use the lowercase letter of s as small s, you will get confused. Okay, this is not the way. You should take the smaller case letter of this dominant trait for representing the recessive trait. Okay, just write all these things. Number one are interested in alcohol. All my teachers are good teachers who teaches only goods. Yes, Sumaya, we are good. We know. Melana, are you getting the concepts? She's fully partying. Yeah. You should ask that questions in the next time. Yeah. Exercise and avoiding junk food. That's all right, sir. Exercise and yes, I just avoided the junk foods, carbonated beverages, and snacks items every day. I just avoided that during my diet. I'm still on my diet because of my acute gastroenteritis. Now I'm not following diet for the past 1 week, but Monday onwards I will just follow that diet. Help me, sir. I'm literally sick. Okay, I will tell you the secret again. Okay, now we need to discuss. Yeah, now we are going to discuss about the another animation. Then you will be able to understand the concept, sir. It's time to play our second animation. Don't forget to close the door. Hey, Fauzia, ma'am.
Yeah.
Just close the door. I don't want that door to be open. I will be so arrogant. I will be so angry while saying that. Sir has OCD. Yes, obsessive compulsive disorder. Yes, Rehan. No, sir. Yeah. 1 minute. Yeah. We will tell you. I will ask you the question. So, we need to find out the genotype or genetic constitution of the parent generation of the previous experiment. We need to discuss about that. And in that, we are assured that we got another idea that for short plant, for the shortness or dwarfness is a recessive trait. For the recessive trait to express, both alleles must be in the recessive, both alleles must be in a suppressive condition or recessive condition. That means now we got, without understanding anything, we got the allelic combination or genetic constitution of this dwarf plant or shortness plant. That is small t. That is perfect. Do you have any confusion regarding that? You are having an acquired trait. Yes. Without understanding anything, we got the genotype of this short plant, that is small t small t. That is obviously small t small t. But we need to discuss about the tall parent plant's genotype. There are two possibilities. There are two possibilities for this tallness plant. Tell me the two possibilities for the genotypes of this tallness plant. Tell me the two possibilities of the genotype. There is no debate on the genotype or the allele combination of the short plant. That will be definitely small t small t. Why? Because for a recessive trait to express, both alleles must be in the recessive condition or in the homozygous condition as well. Okay. Yes, we need to discuss whether he has taken capital T small t or capital T capital T. So now we are going to do that. We need to find out that there are two kinds of genotype. We need to do this experiment with capital T into small t as well as capital T small t into small t as well. Okay, now after this first step, now we are going to take capital T. Now we are assuming that maybe the capital T small t may be the genotypic ratio of the tallness parent. Now we are assuming. We don't know whether it is right or wrong. Okay, so I will tell you. Yeah. During the gamete, sir, just go back. Okay, no, just go back. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so I will tell you. Now we are going to cross-fertilize capital T small t genotype with small t. Okay, so during our gamete formation, nice yawning. Congratulations. Best yawning award goes to you, whose name is Musa. Okay, Musa, it was perfect. Yes, sir. You finally agree that, sir. Yes, you finally agreed. My talent. Okay. Okay. So I will tell you, during the gamete formation, this allele pair will segregate from each other. During gamete formation, this allele pair segregate from each other, and each gamete only receives one of the two allele. Now we have four gametes. One gamete is having capital T allele, and another gamete is having small t allele, and another gamete is having small t allele, and the fourth gamete is having small t allele. During gamete formation, the bonded allele pair or the gene pair will segregate, and there will be the production of gametes, and each gamete receive either one of the allele out of two. Okay, so now we have four alleles. Now we are going to find out the genotypic ratio of the F1 generation. Genotype of the F1 generation. Yeah. Now, yes, sir. This capital T combined with the small t and forms capital T small t. That is a tall plant. Okay. The next is, sir, the capital T again forms with this capital T form another F1 progeny with the small t by with the production of the combination capital T small t. This is also tall. And next is the small t. The small t and small t from the dwarf plant will combine to form small t. Yes, the last one is small t. I hope it is clear. No, sir. Just wait. Yeah, the final one. Just wait. Now we got capital T, small t, and small t. Now tell me, out of these four progenies in the F1 generation, how many of them are in the tallness feature and how many of them in shortness feature? Tell me. 2 tall and 2 short. Is that right? Because in our Greher-Johann Mendel's experiment, in the F1 generation, he got all four progenies as tall. But here, in the F1 generation, two tall and two short. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Tell me. What did you get this? What did you get while taking capital T small t as one of the tall parent? Tell me the answer. Just think, be a critical thinker. He did not take capital T small t plant, he took capital T capital T. That is a perfect exam. That is a perfect explanation. Because in the F1 generation of the Mendel's experiment, all plants, F1 generation, all plants were of tall, but when we took capital T small t as tall parents genotype, now we got two plants as tall, at the same time two plants as short or dwarf in the F1 generation. That means we can simply conclude that his experiment wasn't wrong. His experiment was absolutely true. Now here our assumption is wrong. Now we are going to try to find out the genotype of the tall plant which he has already took during his experiment. We already took the capital T small t as one of the tall plant. Now we can discard this because this is absolutely wrong. Then what would be the genotype of the tall plant which Greher-Johann Mendel took in his first experiment? That is simply capital T capital T. How is this? Is this okay? Is this useful? Is this if you are getting the concepts clear, you can say that. If you are getting the concepts clear, you can say that. If you are not able to follow this concept, sir, you can comment that. You can give a comment that, sir, I'm not following this, I'm not getting this. You can say that. Okay. So this assumption about capital T small t genotype is completely wrong. Don't write anything about this. Don't write anything. Don't draw any cross about this because this is completely wrong. Okay, now we can take capital T as capital T as a genotype for that tall parent plant. Okay, sir, now you can play the second animation. I hope it is clear. Yes, you can discard this animation and please discontinue this animation and you can play the third animation. Okay. Do you take your food? Did you take your food, my dears? Biology is just amazing with Paul, sir. Okay? Okay. No, sir. Why? Do you have any idea regarding the dishes which are available in your home for your dinner? Sir, don't discard Paul, sir, honey. No, they will not discard me. I'm just planning to go abroad within 2 months. I'm just making a plan to go abroad. I will not disclose now. That may be UAE, that may be Kuwait, that may be Bahrain. Yes, sir, this one. Yeah. To visit your cousin? No. To visit. Yes, Habibi, come to Dubai from Linta. Okay, you should come to Dubai, sir. Yes. I will be there in Dubai or Kuwait within 2 months. Maybe USA, maybe UK. Meet up, sir. Okay, Neeraj, okay. I thought this chapter was hard. I will make it clear and I will make it more perfect and I will make it more interesting. As you know. Come Dubai, sir, you will see authentic dishes. Okay, okay. So now we are going to take GCC or Europe. It may be GCC, definitely it may be GCC. Okay, so yeah, now we are going to take our second option. That is capital T as one of the parent generation genotype for this tallness feature. Okay, so now we are doing that experiment again. So during the gamete formation, the gamete will be segregate, and each gamete will be fertilized with another gamete to form F1 generation. Yes, sir. Now capital T with small t, they will produce capital T small t, and capital T small t, again capital T small t, and again capital T small t. Yes, because we should put a circle. The gamete must be in the circle. That is the rules of, that is one of the rule of genetics. While you are mentioning the gametes, the alleles must be in that circle. That is a way. This is a way to represent the gametes. Put a circle. Inside the circle, you should write the gamete. Sorry, you should write the alleles. Okay, so now we got in the F1 generation, while taking capital T as one of the parent tall plant, we got all F1 generation as tall. Like the experiment which conducted by our Johann Mendel. Circle is very important. Yes. Now, is this wrong or is this wrong? Is this true? Is this false or true? Tell me, is this false or true according to the experiment which conducted by Johann Mendel? Yes, it's absolutely true. Now, did you notice something? He took both parents as homozygous or pure lines. Homozygous or pure lines. He just took homozygous alleles or homozygous plants or pure plant as parents, but in the F1 generation, he got heterozygous tall plants. So, yes, what's the secret of the animation, sir? This is the secret of the animation. Okay, so I'll tell you. He just introduced the homozygous conditioning parent. He just introduced the parents of the homozygous condition. But after the cross fertilization event, when the F1 generation or F1 progeny is produced, he got all heterozygous tall plant. Now the allelic combination has changed. But how, sir? How did he find out it was like a homozygous or heterozygous? I will tell you one thing. Most of his experiment result was coincident. Lucky, he was very lucky guy, because whatever the concepts which put forward by the Johann Mendel, later some of the genetics proved that some of the concepts are wrong. And most of the concepts like principles of inheritance which put forward by the Johann Mendel was perfectly clear, perfectly true, but there were some exception too. But unluckily, it's not unluckily, he was a poor fellow and he was a lucky fellow. He didn't get any of the exceptional result in his experiment. That was the success of Mendel. Sir, who is your role model? I don't have any role model. Might be my mother might be my role model. I don't have any role model. I always want to be a role model. Itself, by motivation, by self-confidence, I am a role model for me. But when we are comparing a spiritual or something, my mother might be my role model. Why not father? Okay, they are asking so many questions like, sir, you are discriminating your father. No, 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 no way, man. No. Okay, so now we got F1 generation genotype. Now we are going to discuss about, yes, now just draw this kind of things. Just draw and just write all the things which I already mentioned in this animation. Just write. Just write whatever you want to draw, you can also draw. Yeah. No sir, just, yeah. The one is missing. Yeah. Just write down all these things. Just write down, just put the crows how to fertilize with each other as well. If your father came to know this, you are out of the house. No, my father will not do that because he is just calm and cool like me. This is monohybrid crows, right? Yes, sir. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. sorry. Yes, this is monohybrid crows. Okay. This is monohybrid crows. How to do this in Punnett Square? Evelyn, I will give you the idea. Don't worry. Just trust your biology tutor. Don't draw this plant. Don't draw this plant. Don't draw this plant. Whatever things that you needed, you can write. You can just put F1 generation and parent generation, a male and female as tall and dwarf like that. Don't draw that. But you should draw this cross fertilization event. Okay. Full trust on you. Yes, honey, I know that. And thank you so much for asking my health condition through Instagram. So many people's like, I think Honey, I think Rehan, so many people from 10th GCC just asked me about how's your health is going, sir. Are you okay now? Are you taking medicines? Are you under medications? Just become and cool and just take the rest and get back to our biology classes. Thank you so much for your love, care, and affection towards your pole, sir. Okay. I will call you via WhatsApp during exam, Bluetooth. Honey, you don't have my number. Other, we don't have the permission to give you the Instagram ID, but you can find out by searching my name. Okay. The full book portion exam is tomorrow. Any tips, Mugda? Okay. No, just write all the things. You will get nice scores, Mugda. Insta? True. Okay. Yeah. Vishak sir is laughing over there. He don't like my class. He is saying that what kind of things are saying this Paul sir. Thomas sports day tomorrow is sports day at school. All the best wishes, everyone participate well. For some students, pre-board started. Okay, we will also start our revision session during the first week of December. Yeah. My SST pre-board tomorrow. Okay, Rihan, all the best wishes. Do well. Okay. Don't be panic. Don't be worried. Just focus on your studies and write down whatever I'm suffering. Okay, Rihan. No, don't worry. You will get nice scores. Rihan, did you get your marks? Did you get your marks from your science tutor? When is your birthday, Sumaya? From Sumaya. That is. Do you want to know my birthday date? They haven't even completed our syllabus, but we are going to complete our syllabus. I will tell Hani, okay? Yes, that is, it's not March. It's not March. January, it's not January. Mr. Picasso has conveyed his birthday. My birthday is very special. The month is very special. The month is very special. It's not February. Okay, Muhammad, that's I didn't born. Okay. I'm not saying anything. Yeah, what happened? Okay, September not. What tell me the Fool's month. Month of Fools. Month of Fools. Perfectly, that's the right answer. That's the right answer, April. Then they will definitely say that, sir, your birthday date is 1st April. They will definitely say that. 1st April. Explains everything, Aisha. No. Same April 26. No. My lucky number is, I love 7. I love number 7. I'm a big fan of number 7. And my birthday, when I add two numbers, I will get my birthday. When you add 2 days, when you add 2 digits, you will get 7. When you add 2 digits, you will get 7. That's my birth date. When you add 2 digits, you will get 7. Yes, there is two possibilities. 25 or 16. 16 April. 16 April. 16 April. Okay, I hope you finished the writing part of this. Yes, I am saying 334. Okay, Aisha, that's not possible here. Okay, sir, just continue with that animation again. Now, just chill, man. Just chill. So, yeah, now we are going to discuss about the F2 generation. Now, we need to discuss about the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratios of the F2 generation and complete experiment as well. Okay, so yes, in the F2 generation, he took the two plants as parents plant from the F1 generation, and we already discovered the genotype or genetic constitution of our F1 plants that were of capital T small t and capital T small t. Now you can just write down the gametes. Don't play that animation, sir. Now in your notebook, just write down the gametes. Just write down the gametes and just self-pollinated those gametes and just say the number of tall plants and number of short plants, and then you can say the genotypic ratio and phenotypic ratio as well. Just write it. It's your homework. It's your punishment. It's your punishment, my dears. It's your punishment. It's not a punishment. Don't consider it as a punishment. I was teasing actually. Yes, honey. Yeah, you got trapped. What are the gametes? From the capital T small t, we will get two gametes. Tell me the gametes of capital T small t gene. Yes, capital T and small t. And here also capital T small t. Then fertilize with each other. Then fertilize. Then please do the fertilization. 3 tall, 1 dwarf. Okay, that's right. Yes, so many people got the genotype and phenotypic ratio. Anyway, I will explain. Yes, sir, you can play the animation. Continue the animation, please, sir. Yes, now we got during the gamete formation, gamete has segregated, and we got capital T small t as our 4 gametes. Now we are going to self-fertilize with each other. Yes, sir. Yes, capital T, fertilize with capital T, 1 minute. Then capital T, fertilize with small t. And small t fertilize with capital T. And small t fertilize with small t. Now we got 3 plants as tall. At the same time, 1 plant as dwarf or short. But the genotypic ratios are very, very different. Now you can derive the phenotypic ratio. What do you mean by the phenotype? The visible or observable characteristic feature of an individual or an organism is simply called the phenotype. So here there are only 2 types of phenotype. The one is tall, at the same time another one is dwarf. That means how many number of talls are there and how many number of short plants are there. Yes, 3 tall plants are there. At the same time, 1 dwarf plant is there. That means the phenotypic ratio is 3:1. The phenotypic ratio is 3:1. Then we need to, yes, sir. Yes. Yeah, you can. No. The animation hasn't over. Okay. So tell me the genotypic ratio. Tell me the genotypic ratio. Just draw this. Yeah, tell me the genotypic ratio. The genotypes are far different here because capital T, there are only 1 capital T, but there are 2 capital T small t. There is only small t. But capital T as well as capital T small t represent tallness feature. At the same time, small t representing our dwarfness feature. That means the genotypic ratios are 1 is to 2 is to 1. 1 is to 2 is to 1. That is a genotypic ratio after this experiment, after the F2 generation. How? Only capital T, only one capital T is there. That means 1 is to ratio. Now we are going to discuss about 2 capital T small t are there. That means 1 is to 2 is to 1. Only one small t is there. That means we got genotypic ratio as 1 is to 2 is to 1. That means capital T is to 2 capital T small t is to 1 small t. Yes, sir. You can continue that animation. Here phenotypic ratio is 3 tall and 1 dwarf. That means 3 is to 1. And genotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1. And genotypes are 1 capital T. At the same time 2 capital T small t. And at the same time 1 small t. Now we successfully finished monohybrid cross, and in between that this monohybrid cross we successfully finished the discussion regarding 2 laws of Greer-Johann Mental, that is our 2 laws regarding principles of inheritance, that are laws of dominance and laws of segregation. Laws of dominance and laws of segregation. Yes, Vishal sir, play that animation once again, and you just draw that animation and you just write down the parts which you missed. Okay. Yes, sir, you can play. Yeah, just play. Just play that animation. Yeah, just play. Okay, that's enough. Okay, just before this. Yes, that's enough. Just no. That's enough. Okay. So those who haven't write anything regarding this part, just give comment in the comment section. Will they ask us to explain the law of domination and a law of dominance? It's not domination, Rehan, it's dominance. Law of dominance and laws of segregation in exam. Yes. They will not ask in the terms of law of domination or law of segregation, but instead they will say that what the things are happening in this F1 and F2 generation. At the time you should explain the law of dominance and laws of segregation as well. Okay, but in some of the exams, some of the pre-board exams or some of the model question paper, they asked about a defined law of domination, law of dominance and law of segregation. Indirectly they will ask. You introduce the term dominance. You introduce the term domination. Now I am saying the law of domination. No, it's not the law of domination. It's law of dominance and laws of segregation. By mistake, sorry. It's okay. I was just making fun, Rehan. Don't consider it as a serious one. Okay, just sir, just skip this. Just continue the play. Just continue. Yes. Yeah. Just write down this part as well. Yes, sir. Just continue. Quick. Yeah. Just write down this part. So it means, sir, don't be hurry, sir. You have to be very patient. Okay. So it means that if he didn't do this experiment, 3 pages of Cbse science textbook would be saved. If the apple didn't fall in Newton's head, 100 pages would be saved. How can I respond to this answer? If we were doing this experiment, we will just skip this experiment between any of the part. We will just pause this experiment. But he took extra effort, and luckily he got so many results. It was true. He didn't get any kind of exceptional result. That God happened. Okay. Honey, you are so crazy in class. You are so crazy. Okay. Bro did this experiment for 7 or 8 years. Okay. He just done this experiment for so many years. People will ask why and they will find the reason and we have to suffer. Aisha, okay? That was 19th century capitalist society didn't exist. Lucky fellow, so-called truth lucky fellow. He was a lucky fellow. I'll just say that he was a lucky fellow. When you're going for your higher studies in biology, you will get the idea to understand something that there are some of the exceptional cases around regarding this Mendel's experiment as well. But now we are not studying about it. But when you are going for your higher studies, you will let you know about the exception cases of this exception cases of this experiment. But to be honest and very luckily, he didn't get any of the exception cases. Exception cases, okay? Whoever made him in charge of planting the pea plants regret it later. I'm getting a lot of comments. Thank you. He could have went on trips and enjoy life. Instead, he stayed home and did this. How humans have changed. Okay. This is what I love. Tense GCC. Sir, it's all good. Making you cool, sir. I know, honey. I know, honey. I'm always cool. You know that. He was probably an introvert. Yes, Mariam. Like me. I only be active. I only be active in Instagram or social medias. But when you see me in direct contact, I will not speak any words. I'm like an introvert person. Do you think so? Do you think so? Okay. Did he have friends? I don't know. I don't know. I'm the exact opposite. Who is your favorite actors? I don't have any favorite actors, Umaya. I'm not interested in seeing movies, but I'm interested in watching horror movies and exorcism movies like that. I'm interested in horror movies, thriller movies. I want to meet you. Okay, I would like to meet you in real life once. Okay, honey? Favorite horror movie? I will tell you that. Linda, I will tell you. What are the exceptional cases that are called incomplete dominance? Incomplete dominance, we are not discussing about that. Once I finish this chapter, I will, if you need, I will discuss the exceptional cases as well. Okay. Okay. My favorite place is Lulu. That's right, honey. I love Lulu. Whenever I get any time, I just go to Lulu and buy some fruits and buy some vegetables. I knew that, honey. Okay. Sir, did you watch Hereditary? No. Lulu, yes. That's right. Lulu in Kochi, yes. Buy some cucumber. I'm so crazy about cucumber. Yeah, sir. Just play that again. Sir, at least you didn't make any new scientific laws of plants. Okay, Jima. Okay, just write down this proportion as well. Just write down this proportion as well. Okay. Now I will show you the slides. Okay, sir, you can discontinue the animation. Now the class almost over. And I will give you some of the points as well. Okay. So, rules for the inheritance of traits or Mendel's contribution. Yes, okay. So, now we are going to discuss about the rules for the inheritance of traits, that is Mendel's contribution. Now we are going to discuss about the principles of inheritance which put forward by our father of genetics, who is Graham Johann Mendel. Okay, so Mendel used a number of contrasting visible characters of garden pea plant, and the scientific name or the binomial nomenclature of this garden pea plant is Pisum sativa. Just write down this point. Mendel used a number of contrasting visible characters of garden peas, and the scientific name for this garden pea plant is Pisum sativa. Okay, so write down this point, and this Pisum sativum is very important point. It will definitely ask in your examination, and they will ask you a question like just discuss or just name the scientific name or binomial nomenclature of this garden pea plants. Please read this to Paul sir. Neeraj. Okay, sir. The first comment. Yeah. Neeraj, fourth law of motion. Every book Every book continues to be in a state of rest and converted with dust until and unless internal or external exam appears, and speed of turning the page is directly proportional to the syllabus covered. Syllabus covered and tension in mind remains constant. Equation: page turning proportional to syllabus covered. Do you agree with this? Neeraj, kudos. Okay, tell this to minutes. Okay, definitely, honey. Absolutely agree. Yes, Neeraj. Your friends are agreeing your fourth law of motion. Only law of physics. I agree with this. Okay. Okay. Why was that actually good explanation? Okay. This law will study. Okay, definitely you should. So write down this point. Yeah, so he worked on the garden pea plant, and the name of the scientific name of the garden pea plant is Pisum sativum, and through the experiment he proposed principles or laws of inheritance. He proposed principles or laws of inheritance. Write down this point very quickly. Write down this point very quickly. Sir Newton is nothing compared to me. Yes, Neeraj. Maybe. You are great. New physicist found. Okay. How many of you are crazy about the biology field over there? Tell me. I need to see my biology kids. I need to see my biology kids. Because I'm so crazy about biology. Yes, Hilmi and Benwin, Isabel, yes, and Aisha. Okay. Then only 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, Linda. Okay, Afzeen and Mariam. I will try to find another law for biology next class. No, for that I will be there. Okay, don't worry, I will be there. I will find out some of those biology laws. I feel really bad saying I'm not interested. Rehan. I will ask you 10 questions. I'll ask you 10 questions. That's your punishment. But only in human body, okay? Yes, me also, Sumaya. Okay. Only 10 people are there interested in biology. Safa, yes, I'm interested. Evelyn, I love biology. Me too, Sheikh. Sir, you don't need to ask me. Yes, Neeraj, I'm not asking you. Yes, Atir is, yeah, Joel. Okay. Okay, bio is the best. Zulega, yes, bio is the best. Okay. Without bio, you can't exist. You can't exist. Bio fans. Yes, bio fans, just club here. Club over here. I like bio more than physics. Yes, agree. Bio is the best. The basics of the biology lies on chemistry, and basics of the chemistry lies on the physics, and basics of the physics lies on mathematics. I procrastinate on other subjects by reading and researching random things about humans. Okay. Okay. So just write down this point. Yes. Why did some of them might have a confusion that why did Mendel choose pea plant for his experiment? The first reason is the flowers of these plants are bisexual. What do you mean by the bisexual flower? If the both male and female reproductive parts are located in the same flower, which are called the bisexual flowers. And the next part is that they are self-pollinating, and the self and cross-pollination can easily be performed using this garden pea plant or Pisum sativum. And the third point is that the different physical characteristic features were easily recognizable and studied. That is the third feature. And the fourth feature is that they have a shorter lifespan, and these plants are more easier to maintain. So these 4 points are these 4 features which noted by our mentor for choosing pea plant, garden pea plant or Pisum sativum as experimental plants. Okay. All eyes on Evelyn saying that all eyes on textbook. Yes. Just write down this point. Just write down this point quickly. And basics of maths lies on Aryabhatta. Okay. I thought it was MCQ question. No, it wasn't. No, wait. Just write down the points very quickly. Just write down the points. If you finish the writing part, just give me comment. Just give me comment. Biology is just applied chemistry. That is perfectly right. Because when you're going for your higher studies, you will understand that the biology basically is made up of chemistry. Because everything is related to atom molecules. Vasim, we will conduct the exam within 10 or 15 minutes. Okay. So now we need to discuss about the law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. So these are the three principles or three laws which put forward by our father of genetics, who is Graham Johann Mental. The first is law of dominance and second one is law of segregation, followed by law of independent assortment. We just completed the first, second law, namely law of dominance as well as law of segregation. Now in the next class or in the upcoming session or in tomorrow's session, we will be dealing with the law of independent assortment, and thereby we will be completing our 90% of the portions on tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, just right. Just write down this point very quickly. Frankly speaking, biology is easier to learn. Vishak sir? Just. Okay. But I need to focus on physics and chemistry for my ambition and maths. Okay, you can do it, Rehan. All the best wishes. Okay. You just go to the field where you wanted to be the part of. Don't be stressed, don't be forced by anyone. Okay? I like bio and chemistry, yes. Then you will definitely like biochemistry. Okay, I will explain Mugdha, don't worry. Okay. So you can, you already wrote this, I know. Yeah, this is not it. Yeah, trait. Just write this point as well. What do we mean by contrasting trait? We already explained about the contrasting trait. A trait is generally represented by two forms. When these two forms are opposite to each other, they are termed a contrasting trait. So, a trait is generally represented by two forms. When these two forms are opposite to each other, they are termed as contrasting trait. So, we will explain tallness. The contrasting trait of tallness is shortness or dwarfness. And if you're taking garden pea plant, violet color is the dominant. Violet flower color is dominant. At the same time, white flower color is recessive. Okay, I will give you the slide for that. Okay, just write down this, because for doing our mathematical problem, you have to be very careful about, you will get so many mathematical questions. At the time you need to understand which trait representing the dominant feature and which trait representing the recessive feature. So I will give you a table and you should study that table very carefully, otherwise you will not get any idea to how to attend the questions. Okay. Sir shouldn't be a doctor. I know this much. I didn't get that comment. Yeah. Sir shouldn't be a doctor if you know this much. I was so curious to become a doctor, but what do? Now I just became as a teacher. Still I'm crazy about being a gynecologist. Yeah, I will give you another slide. Yeah. This other contrasting trait. Just you can take the screenshot. Otherwise, just write. You can take the screenshot. In this, we already explained about dominant trait and recessive trait. So when we are comparing the seed shape as a character, round seed shape, because this all contrasting traits are based on garden pea plant. Garden pea plant, not on other pea plant. Okay, only based on Pisum sativum and garden pea plant. If we are introducing this dominant trait and recessive trait with another plants or any of other plant, that they become as exceptional case. So we are only discussing about the dominant trait or contrasting trait or recessive trait of garden pea plant. When we are comparing the garden pea plant seed shape, round is dominant over wrinkle shape, and when we are comparing the seed color, yellow color is dominant over green color, and when you are comparing the flower color of the garden pea plant, violet color is dominant over the white color, and when we are comparing the pod shape, full or inflated. Full or inflated is dominant over recessive, and when we are comparing the pod color, green is dominant over this yellow. Just take the screenshot, otherwise you can write this, because this is very important portion. You have to understand about the contrasting pairs. Yeah. And next is flower position and stem height. Okay. Axial flower position. That means in the axis. If the flowers are producing in the axis, the axial, that is called axial. Axial is dominant trait, or the recessive trait, that is terminal. And stem height, if tall, we already discussed about that, because tallness is dominant over dwarf. Dwarf is a recessive trait. Just take the screenshot. Yeah. Yes. Just take the screenshot of this slide as well. Just take the screenshot. Because this shot is very necessary for answering the questions. You should study about the contrasting trait. This is, I will tell you, this first row, this first one representing, this violet one all representing dominant trait, and at the same time this green ones are representing recessive traits. Okay, just take the screenshot. Dominant versus recessive. Dominant versus recessive. Yeah, I hope you took the screenshot. Now I will give you yeah, you can take the screenshot of this slide as well, and I will check your notebook in next class, because tomorrow also I have our day after today I will ask you the questions and I will check your note as well. Now we don't have much time, so for that I am giving the permission to take the screenshot of the slides, and today itself after the completion of this class you should write all the points from the screenshots of the slides into your notebook. Yeah. The trait which always appear in two opposing condition, one dominant and other recessives, are called contrasting traits, and seven pairs of contrasting traits in pea plant were studied by our mentor. Take the screenshot. Take the screenshot. Yeah, today we have exam. I will give you all the slides. Yeah, take the screenshot. We already explained about this. Take the screenshot of the slides which I'm going to present, because we already explained about this. Take the screenshot. Cross-pollination. First one was step 1, cross-pollination. And take the screenshot of this as well. Okay, Rehan, don't worry. I will give you the permission to attend the exam. Okay? Take the screenshot of this slide as well. Yeah, take. The second step, self-pollination of F1. Who is that, sir?
Which one?
Exam is activated. Okay. Self-pollination, just take the screenshot, because we already explained this. Yeah. Just take the screenshot. We already explained this, all the things 3 tall. After the completion of the first experiment, we got phenotypic ratio as 3:1, that is 3 tall and 1 dwarf. And we got 1 capital T and 2 capital T small t and 1 small t. The genotypic ratio was 1:2:1 for the first experiment. Okay. So the next part is very, very crucial. I will explain. Next part is very, very crucial. So both capital T and capital T small t are tall plants. We know that. That means both in heterozygous and homozygous condition. Capital T in homozygous condition and capital T small t is in heterozygous condition. Both representing the tall plants, and only small t is a short plant. And a single copy of capital T is enough to make the plant tall, while both copies have to be small t for the plant to become short or recessive in condition. So these points are very important. Both capital T and capital T small t are tall plants, and only small t is a short plant, while a single copy of capital T is enough to make the plant tall, and both copies have to be small t for the plant to become short or dwarf. Okay, just take the screenshot. Just take the screenshot. And traits like capital T are called dominant trait, while those that behave like small t are called recessive trait. Take the screenshot. We already explained all this point. That's why we already explained all this point. Okay, now the exam is being activated. Just go and attend your exam. Just go and attend your exam. And after that, you have to be here, and I will show you the 4 slides as well. After that, you can leave. Okay, just first you should go and attend your exam soon. And after the completion of exam, I need to see your scores in the comment section or classroom session. And followed by, you should be here and you should be present over here again. And I will show you the extra 4 slides as well. Then we can wind up the session. Okay. Then in the next class or tomorrow's class, we will be able to start with our dihybrid cross, and it is very as necessary, or it's very important to study the concepts which I taught today. Okay, so if you are not able to understand the concepts of today's, you will not be get any concepts of tomorrow's. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to take the inheritance feature of the 2 genes. Now we just studied only about the inheritance of one gene. Now in the next classes or in the upcoming classes or in the tomorrow's classes, we will be dealing with the cross of dihybrid cross. That means we will be dealing with 2 genes at the same time. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, sir. And tomorrow I will give you some mathematical question as well. You should be very ready for that. During the session, I will ask you the question and I will give you the mathematical question to solve. Yes, take the screenshot of this slide as well. In the first place, there were no halfway characteristics in this first generation or F1 progeny. That means no medium height plants. All plants were of tall. So this means that only one of the parallel trait was seen and not some mixtures of the 2. This is also very important. This is another lucky feature of the experiment he got. Take the screenshot. Yeah. Take this as well. So the next question was, were all plants in the F1 generation exactly the same as the tall plants of the parent generation? Obviously it was S. There was no medium tall plants. Every were looking exactly like that of the same as that of the tall plants of the parent generation. That means Mendel's experiment revealed that the F1 generation plants were exactly the same as the tall plants in the parent generation. Okay. Yeah, just take the screenshot of this slide as well. Mendelian experiments test this by getting both the parental plants and these F1 plants to produce by self-pollination, and the progeny of the parent plants were, of course, all tall. Okay. In the F1 generation. Yeah, this is the last slide. No, this is the second last slide. Okay. One more slide is also there. Then you can leave. I will give you 2 extra questions as well. So, however, more often the second generation or F2 progenies of the F1 tall plants were not all tall. Instead, one quarter of them were short. This indicates that both the tallness and shortness trait were inherited in the F1 plants, but only tallness trait was expressed. Only the tallness trait was expressed. Take the screenshot. Rehan, just wait for 2 minutes. Just wait for 2 minutes. So, yeah. This is the last slide which I'm going to present, and followed by I will give you 2 exercise questions as well. Okay, so this monohybrid cross led to the proposal of one law, or one law, that is law of dominance. I will tell you, led Mental to propose that 2 copies of factor. Now these factors are called genes, but in the past, the Gruher Johann Mental it as factor, but now this factor is known as genes. Controlling traits are present in sexually reproducing organism. These two may be identical or may not be identical, or may be different depending on the parentage. A pattern of inheritance can be worked out with this assumption. Okay. So Mendel called this as factor. Now, according to the recent studies, the new scientists renamed these factors into genes. But it is very essential when you are writing about the laws of mental or principles of the mental. You don't have the ability, or you don't have the permission to mention it as genes. Instead, you should mention it as the term which proposed by our Graham Johann Mendel, that is factor. Okay. Yeah. Now I will show you exercise question. Now it's over. Yeah. Exercise question. Take the screenshot.
Yeah.
This is the instruction. Assertion and recent time. This is the instruction, assertion and recent time.
Okay.
And this is the first question. This is the second question. Yeah. Now you can leave. Now the class is being over. Now you can leave. Now you can leave the session, and bye-bye, good night, until we meet you again. Tomorrow I have another class. So in tomorrow class, I will ask you the questions. I will give you some extra question to attend during our session. So just go and study for your exams as well, and come back tomorrow with all the concepts of monohybrid cross. Tomorrow we will be dealing with our dihybrid cross, and say bye-bye to our YouTube friends as well. Okay, Mugudha, stay here. Mugudha, stay here. Sir, may I have today's class record? Okay, definitely. So, you should contact your Ramzia ma'am. Ramzia ma'am will provide today's class record session. Okay?
Excuse me, sir. Someone is asking how to attend the exam. They are in first time.
Okay, sir. Please give that video.
Melina, please listen.
Melina, don't worry. I will show you how to attend the exam. Okay. Okay, who is that? Please, sir, I just want the answer of that. Yes, sir, just be calm. Okay, so this is the screen. Just go back to the screen. Just go back to the screen, and if you're going back to the screen, you will be able to see today's class where you joined using that link, and just refresh the button, and then you will be able to see one blue icon over there, and this is a blue icon representing today's exam. Just click the start button, and you will get today's questions. There will be 5 questions. Each questions carries 2 marks. If your answers are perfect, you will receive your 10 on 10 marks, and submit after the completion of this session. You should submit the button, and you will get your scores.
Melina.
Who is this man? Sir, please, I just want the answer of this question. Yes, who's that?
It's
Anaga. Okay. Now, those who want to take the screenshot of the slides that you missed, those who want to talk with me, those who want to clear a doubt, just say here, and others can leave the session. Sir, in an international benchmark exam, 3 questions from Heredity was there, so can provide me with the answer. Okay, Evelyn, please give that questions to your Ramzia ma'am, and she will definitely forward with me. Okay? Okay, Evelyn, just send that question to your Ramzia ma'am, and after that, when I receive that, I will give you the answer to that question. Respecting question, okay, Evelyn? Okay. So, if you need slides, please give some reply.
yeah. No one is hand raising, sir.
No one is hand raising. Please give me hand raise. If you want to talk with me, Mugda, can you give short summary on this low slide? Okay, Mugda, please unmute Mugda, ma'am. Please unmute Mugdha.
Uttar, can you please my hand raise?
Yes, Mugdha, I will explain law of dominance and law of segregation. And law of dominance states that characters are controlled by discrete units called factors. Don't mention it as genes because according to the law of dominance by our Griha Joint Mental, he just introduced the term factors. So you should mention it as factors. So factors always occurs in a pairs called alleles. We already discussed about that. And one member of the pair dominates. That pair is called dominant over the other, which is recessive. Now these factors are called genes. So this is the law of dominance. And what do you mean by the law of segregation? During gamete formation, the factors or alleles of a pair segregate from each other such that a gamete receives only one of the two factors. We